So, Diddy in this new season 3 indictment, because that's basically what I'm calling this, is of course being charged with kidnapping, as we know. But did you guys know that this has some relations to Kid Cudi and for the fact that Kid Cudi's car was blown up? Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content, guys. Let's get straight into this video. So much is happening with Diddy. I'm obviously tired, I'm overworked. But ain't nobody more overworked than Diddy in that prison, given the Glock 3000. Anyways, let's read the season 3 indictment. The season 3 indictment contains 3 substantive charges to the charge offences. First is count 4, charges an additional substantive count of trafficking by force, fraud or coercion with respect to victim 2. Victim 2 was previously identified as a victim of trafficking in count 1 of the season 2 indictment. Second, count 1 has been amended to include a second special sentencing factor related to the new offence charged in count 4. Third, the season 3 indictment charges the Mann Act in 2 separate counts, and counts 3 and 5 covering conduct for victim 1 and 2. The season 2 indictment previously charged this conduct a single Mann Act offence. In addition, the language of count 1 contains 2 non-substantive changes clarifying that the defendant kidnapped and carried and displayed a firearm to a female victim, and that the defendant dangled a female victim over an apartment balcony. So the fact that somebody was kidnapped and carried and displayed a firearm to the female victim is in relation to Kid Cudi, him being charged with kidnapping. Now, who is this female victim that he essentially kidnapped? Of course, the majority of people are going to guess that it's Cassie, based on what she has said in her lawsuit, and for the fact that Kid Cudi's own spokesperson came out and confirmed that yes, you know, everything that she's saying is true. My car was basically trying to be blown up, and that was all mentioned in her initial lawsuit, and etc. So people believe that Diddy is kidnapping her. How he kidnaps her, I have no idea. But remember, in Dawn Richards' lawsuit, she said that she was trapped in a taxi in a very small car. She was locked and put there for a very long time, and she was complaining, screaming. Nobody heard her. She phoned her father, and her father helped to release her. So this man Diddy has kidnapped multiple women before. Initially, I thought it was Dawn Richards, but it goes back to Cassie because Cassie wrote about Kid Cudi in her lawsuit. I wouldn't be surprised if Kid Cudi's coming to testify, because that's what this is giving, guys. That's what this is given. Because in the early morning hours of December 2011, the defendant and co-conspirator kidnapped an individual at gunpoint, basically what they're now saying in the current indictment, to facilitate breaking into and entering the residence of another individual, which is Kid Cudi. Multiple witnesses would testify at trial to the events surrounding the kidnapping and break-in, the latter of which is corroborated by police reports and other records. Approximately 2 weeks later, the defendant's co-conspirators set fire to individual one's vehicle by slicing open the car's convertible top and dropping a Molotov cocktail inside the interior. Police and fire departments report extensively document the arson and conclude that the fire was intentionally set. Multiple witnesses would also testify to the defendant bragging about his role in destroying individual one's car. So of course, multiple witnesses are ready to testify. Kid Cudi, I would imagine probably might testify as a surprise witness. We know Cassie is coming to testify with her first name. She's coming in straight through thick and thin, and these other alleged victims want to come through anonymous. But I wouldn't be surprised now if Kid Cudi's coming to basically, come through with this, because he's now Diddy officially being charged with kidnapping. These are the new extra charges that came to him in that new indictment, the season 3 indictment. I know it's not called season 3, but this is just basically what I'm calling it, just to make this shit confusing and annoying for me, because that's basically what this is at this moment. It's all so conflated, so much litigation, and I don't want to muddle things up for you guys. But of course, kidnapping is what is in relation to Cassie, that is direct relation to Kid Cudi, because he kidnapped her, displayed a firearm, and then of course to get to Kid Cudi, which is it all connects to him. This could also mean now that Kid Cudi could be coming to testify against Diddy for the fact that he's basically being referred to in a new indictment of official charges. Cassie's initial lawsuit was not criminal, it was civil, and of course it was settled. She got her 30 million alleged. Kid Cudi was basically described in that lawsuit as the one where the car was blown up. Now an actual criminal indictment of kidnapping is included in this in regards to kidnapping and firearm, which directly relates to Kid Cudi, which means that Kid Cudi is dragged into this, not in a bad way for him, but this could mean that he could be persuaded or told to testify, not only by Cassie but by anyone on his team. And if Cassie's doing it with her name, that's going to give the confidence to Kid Cudi to come through and do it with his name as well. And breathe, guys. Let me just take a... Because if Kid Cudi's coming to testify... Kid Cudi's coming to testify. The kidnapping charge, this is what he's in relation to. Then we got Christian Combs and Justin Combs running away. They're running away from their legal woes. You're running away from your legal woes, please. You're running away. I can't even sing, guys, but you're running away from your legal woes. Do you understand? If you don't turn your backs around and come face your front, do you understand? Otherwise, you'll be in those 4x4s with Diddy giving the Glock 3000. All three of you will be there lining up together. Do you understand? Come and face your front. Face your legal issues. Stop running away. Get an attorney. You have the money to hire. Stop trying to ignore these lawsuits because they're going to pile up. Do you understand? Even your own mother, Janice, the grandmother, child, not even the own mother, God forbid, the grandmother, Miss Janice Smalls, is also facing her own lawsuits. Hopefully she's got an attorney. Hopefully she ain't running away. Party City's closed, so I don't know where she's gonna be going. You gotta find these attorneys. The family is falling apart, guys, right in front of our eyes. They were so busy fighting for this man's net worth. That's what they were desperate for, trying to be so holy, trying to be so I'm the supportive son. Well, little did we know they're facing their own lawsuits. There was a time, guys, where you guys, we were just dragging the children because they were coming out with statements, trying to support their father, or coming to, the courts or etc. And we just found it annoying. Now we've gone from that to the children themselves facing lawsuits. The children themselves are facing lawsuits, guys. The children, the elder sons themselves. Kim Porter's son is facing a lawsuit himself, and they're running away. They're not responding to this stuff. And it's also been revealed that Justin Combs also does not have an attorney himself. He used to have an attorney, but he doesn't have an attorney anymore in regards to this particular case with, Cuba Gooding Jr. Why? Because he had an attorney in regards to some insurance, car-related stuff, but he doesn't have an attorney now, which means that A, that attorney left him, B, Justin fired him, or C, he just is trying to ignore this. I can't fathom why the two sons have active lawsuits against them, civil or criminal, obviously civil, and they don't want to have lawyers or hire people. They're both just ignoring it, posting on Instagram that everything's okay. That family is dumb. Do you understand? Most of that family, guys, these elder sons, Diddy, they are dumb, specifically these men, because it does not make any sense. Do you understand? The kidnapping charge has basically been added in the season 3 indictment, and that kidnapping charge of Diddy is directly related to the fact that Kid Cudi, because Diddy allegedly kidnapped victim 1, which is probably Cassie, and displayed a firearm to get to Kid Cudi. That means Kid Cudi is mentioned somewhat in this criminal indictment, which means that man might testify against Diddy. You're gonna have Cassie and Kid Cudi, two big celebrities, coming to testify. Finished. I don't know what's happening, but over the last couple of days, everything seems to be accelerating. The Jay-Z trial is on right now. I believe it just begun like an hour ago. And so I will get that out to you tonight before I sleep as well, in less than 10 minutes, because we've got to stay on top of that extortion related case that is actively going on right now as well. Oh, Lord, God is good. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Send a tip if you guys wish to. I would really appreciate it. They go a long way. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.